I'm Belinda Goodrich, and today's learning point is on the risk knowledge area. Okay, this is going to sound really weird, I know, but the risk knowledge area is my favorite knowledge area in the PMBOK guide. And that's when you know you're a total project management geek, is when you pick a favorite knowledge area. But it is my favorite for a couple of reasons. Number one, regardless of the project you're on, no matter how small, how big, how experienced you are, there is risk on every project. Being able to manage uncertainty is huge. Number two, as a project manager, that is one of the best ways you demonstrate you can add value, is you're able to manage that risk, identify it, have plans in place, and be a confident leader. So that's why it's my favorite knowledge area. Now, there are 7 processes within the risk knowledge area, starting with 5 that are in planning, right? Because that's what we do. We plan for risk. So first up, we plan risk management, creating the risk management subsidiary plan. I mentioned when I talked about communication, I always have a communication plan. Well, I also always have a risk plan. Doesn't matter, again, how simple, easy, straightforward, or brief my project is, there's going to be a risk management plan. My approach to managing risk, my definitions around probability and impact, looking at stakeholder risk tolerances, those would all be documented in there. Once we have our plan in place, we identify our risks. 3 things to remember about that risk identification process. Number 1, it has to happen early in your project. Number 2, you have to have more than just you and your team involved. Anybody and everybody who may have insight into risk. And number 3, it's ongoing. You are never not identifying risk. You are identifying risk from the minute you get your project till that sucker is delivered. So we have risk identification that creates our risk register. Once we have those risks documented, the next thing we have to do is prioritize them. So that is where the perform qualitative risk analysis comes into play. That's where we do a subjective evaluation of probability and impact, right? 1 to 5 scale, 1 to 3 scale, 1 to 10 scale, whatever it may be. Maybe it's 0 to 1 for probability. That way we can put a risk score to every risk and prioritize those we're going to take action on. Now, a subset of risks may be evaluated through quantitative risk analysis. Big difference between qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative is subjective. You know, it might be a 3, an impact of 3. In quantitative, we're going to actually put an evaluation of time and or money on that risk. So instead of it being a 3, it's a $3,000 risk or a 30-day delay risk. Not all risks will go through quantitative. You've got to have good tools, good robust data, garbage in, garbage out kind of thing. But again, helps us evaluate those highest priority risks. Once we've gone through the quantitative, that's where we can plan our risk responses. For threats, we might escalate, avoid, transfer, mitigate, or acceptance, which could be passive or active. And for our opportunities, we can escalate, enhance, share, exploit, or accept. No such thing as active risk acceptance for opportunities, no such thing as a contingency plan for an opportunity. Then during executing, that's where we implement those risk responses, and then obviously we monitor our risks ongoing throughout our project, making sure that we're able to manage that risk appropriately. One of the most effective ways for monitoring risk on your project, have it as a standing agenda item. So 7 risk processes, 5 of those in planning. Then we move into executing, where we implemented those risk response, and then of course ongoing throughout the project is monitoring risks. Again, my favorite knowledge area. It's one that as a project manager you should be very skilled at. I'm Belinda Goodrich, and today's learning point was on the risk knowledge area. Hey everyone, it's Belinda Goodrich. Thank you for watching my videos. Did you know I offer a full line of services intended to help you pass your exam on the first attempt? If you are interested in taking a class with me, go on over to my website at pmi-acp.com. Did you know I also have one of the best-selling exam self-study books out there for both the PMP and the CAP-M? You can find both of those books on Amazon. If you have a group that wants to get their PMP or their CAP-M,
their risk management professional, or their Agile certified practitioner, I am also available to come in to your organization and conduct an on-site program customized to meet your needs. Learn more at my website. Good luck on your exam.